Something frightening has been happening on Elm Street lately. It seems that with each waking day, another gruesome discovery is made. Another neighborhood teen has mysteriously passed away into the dark stillness of the night. Everyone says it's natural causes, but it seems as if something, or someone, has been picking them off one by one in their sleep. It's a horrible nightmare come true, and this nightmare has a name: Freddy Krueger. It's up to you and your remaining friends to search Elm Street for his bones, which have been scattered about, then collect and burn them in the high school furnace. If you can just stay awake long enough, you might be able to end Freddy's reign of terror for good. You'd better hurry, though. It's getting late, and you can feel your eyelids getting heavier and heavier by the minute. In A Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm sure you guessed that. From Rare and LJN. Released in 1990. And someone's going to think, LJN. Well, Rare worked on it too. Loosely based on the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, it was developed by UK-based Rare and published by LGN, and should not be confused with an unrelated game with the same title for the Commodore 64 and IBM PC, which was released in 1989. As this was, how about that? The game box and the manual contain what you just heard. The plot is a spin-off from the film series. The original concept, however, according to the game magazines Nintendo Power and Nintendo of Europe, the original concept of this game varied greatly from what was eventually released. In the original concept, we would control Freddy Krueger and should kill the teenagers who were attempting to gather his scattered bones in order to bury him. Following the synopsis of the prototype version is as follows. You are Freddy Krueger. A horde of obnoxious teenagers is trying to get rid of you by finding your scattered bones and burying them. The only way to stop them is to kill them. You can travel along Elm Street through the electrical and plumbing lines, or step into a mirror and step into another room. The kids have weapons to battle you with, and some of them even possess powerful dream alter egos. But if you can strike before they wake, they'll trouble you no more. So sharpen up your finger razors and get ready to slash, because Freddy's here. It is assumed that this version of the game had been cancelled to prevent controversy. Years earlier, a video game adaptation of the movie The Texas Chainsaw Massacre had been released for the Atari 2600, where we controlled a murder with the objective to chase and kill victims. The game was a financial failure because many sellers refused to sell it, fearing reprisals. This can be played by up to 4 characters, either using the NES Satellite or NES 4 score. It's a side-scrolling platform game which we fight our way through different parts of Elm Street, like houses and junkyards, and we fight enemies such as snakes and bats outside of the houses and ghosts and other creatures inside. Gameplay consists of a sleep meter that goes down slowly as you progress through the levels or if you stand still. Sleep meter also goes down when you take damage. When the sleep meter runs out, you fall asleep and the screen colors change to darker colors, and enemies change and become harder to defeat. Scattered throughout the game are dream tokens that allow you to change in-dream characters with special abilities. You can boost your sleep meter by getting cups of coffee scattered throughout buildings and wake up by finding a boombox. Throughout the level, players collect Freddy Krueger's bones to throw into the furnace at the end. And before beating each level, players must face a boss, which is different parts of Freddy's body, such as his glove or his head. Bosses include a giant Freddy glove with a long chain arm, a chomping Freddy head on a long chain neck, a floating Freddy hand and head, a bat with a vampire head, a ghost with a Freddy head, and Freddy Krueger himself. Defeated bosses leave behind a key, which, when touched, transports you back onto Elm Street. Controls vary between the teenage character and the dream characters in the game. For example, one of the dream characters has the ability to shoot projectiles and perform a higher jump. Why? Who knows? Reviews were mostly negative. Aw, why? Often compared to Castlevania II Simon's Quest due to the fact that we move around collecting pieces of Freddy's skeleton to revive Freddy, just like in Simon's Quest, when you revive Dracula by finding his pieces. Websites like dailydead.com targeted the Dream Warrior aspect, saying that it is a frustrating experience. In 2013, our National Entertainment Collectibles Association released an exclusive figurine of the video game style Freddy with a gloveless clawed hand to go along with their other Nintendo-esque horror figures. A video game style Jason Voorhees, based off LJN's Friday the 13th. See, LJN is doing good things. You can buy figurines. You can buy a figurine of Freddy from this game, from National Entertainment Collectibles. Who wouldn't want one?